Welcome back to Franchise Hockey Manager 12 with the Boston Bruins rebuild. We end up starting our second season and already some weird stuff's happening. For whatever reason, Connor McDavid was not signed by Edmonton Oilers in the game, even though he was in real life, and he was before the game ended up releasing. We had the option of signing him. We did end up signing him. I think we got him as down as to around 15 or 14 million. He ends up signing 6 years, 16 million, so I'm pretty sure that's going to end up ruining Flyers just a little bit. But we could have done it. I just didn't feel as though it was the right thing to do in the save. I didn't think it was very realistic. And obviously we're trying to do a rebuild, so it doesn't really make sense to end up doing that kind of stuff. So we're not going to take the easy way out. Obviously that would have kickstarted our rebuild very quickly. But here's looking at the team and who we end up having so far. We did end up signing Hagens. He's already your second best center. And then Poitras is extended as well. We did extend Kaliev, and we did sign Roger McQueen. So far, that's all she wrote for that. We extended Ty Nelson as well. And we're still looking to part ways with probably Lindholm at some point, maybe even this offseason. We did sign Klingberg, and we did do a couple other signings, but I don't know if they've gone through yet. So yeah, we'll have to look at signings here. Yeah, Klingberg's the only one that ended up going through. I think we signed him for 2 years, $3 million apiece. Obviously, he's not going to be our starter or like our main starter. He's probably going to be our bottom bottom two. I don't know why I thought bottom six, but bottom two defender probably. And then even then, we might even trade him next year, depending. $3 million is not too crazy, and we obviously need as much help as we can get. We only have 21 players on the roster as of right now, and that is concerning. So we're hopefully going to be able to draft one of these players. We do have a couple players that we're hoping to get. Colton Sisson looks like he's going to St. Louis. So we'll end up offering him 2.3 over 2 years. And we'll end up seeing that. We're still the top one for this one. Philly's trying to get another player. Absolutely not. So we'll end up offering him just a little bit. We'll do 2.6. I mean, we don't really need to worry about that. They mainly need to worry about their cap. He didn't grade that well last year, but I mean, overall still pretty decent. We did have him last year too, or the year before. So not too crazy. I guess he's going to come back, but yeah. Cole Kepke. I mean, that's the player that we're going to end up getting there. There's still Bjorkstam as well. He wants 4.8, and then Bluger as well wants 3.8. So we'll end up having to look at roughly what we can get after the draft, and we'll kind of see who's still there. We're not going to end up doing anything too crazy. So let's jump to the draft announcement, see where we end up going with that, and then let's jump to the draft. So we now jump to the draft lottery, and we're just hoping that we don't end up getting more screwed in this offseason than what we've already happened. As long as we can stay in the top 3 and the top 6, I am completely happy. If we start to drop from there, then it's going to be a hard offseason for sure. So far, no funny business. We do get a little bit better with that pick. I kind of like where this is going. If only Anaheim or Chicago can jump. Chicago can jump, so we get 2 of the top 3 ones. And can we get it? We end up getting first and third. That is fantastic. I don't think we could have wrote it any better. I'm okay with those picks. The 10 and 12, that sounds perfect to me. Wow. I can't believe that we end up getting first and third. Now, I just don't know who's going to be available for that. Obviously, we're going to end up picking the top pick, but I feel so bad for Anaheim. They just got completely screwed out of that. But we did have pretty much the same record, so I'm not too concerned with that. We'll jump to the draft very soon. Colton Sisson ends up signing with someone else as well. We get Lomberg, and it does look like Doc ended up going with Vancouver instead. And Kepke signs with Detroit. So we didn't end up getting any of that, so that's very unfortunate. So we get first, third, 10th, 12th, and then 34th and 44. So that sounds pretty good. It's going to be an exciting draft. Marco Rossi, how did they manage to Oh, they traded for Heiskanen. That is crazy. A lot of trades already. Devin Levi now going to Vancouver. Just watch. Philly's going to win this one. And I don't understand this one. I guess Cat probably. And it'll be interesting to see what they end up having to do. Wyatt Johnson for Barzal. That sounds like a shiesty trade for sure. Be sent to the Islanders. And then how did Barzal was... I don't even know. Where did Wyatt Johnson go? He got traded for Nugent Hopkins. That sounds like an even worse trade initially. That is insane. He seemed like a lifer for Oilers, and unfortunately, yeah, still got 26 points in 37 games. But obviously, he's going to get a little bit of a drop from that. So let's see who's still available in free agency before we end up jumping to the draft. We'll obviously focus on that stuff after. Ski could be good for us. We do have a defender, Ross Johnston, we could get as well, but I'm kind of looking for a little bit younger, potentially. There we go. Pinchuk. Offer you money, and hopefully end up signing. We just need a couple extra players. 27, Teskarov. No, we start getting into the lows here. Where's the... There we go. Pinchuk was the one that we ended up getting. I mean, Harvey Pinard, I don't mind as well. He would be a decent bottom pairing. And for under $1 million, we can definitely afford it. So top pick, wonder who we're going to go with. I think we're going to go with McKenna. Rubric looks very good too. We'll just end up comparing it just to look at it. McKenna looks very good. I think he's the top pick, most likely. No defensive rating, really. Passing and offensive read's pretty good. It does look like he's going to be a perimeter shooter, dangler, or a playmaker. So depending on what we have Pasternak there as well. And then, I mean, seems a bit underwhelming. I think, yeah, we're going to go with, if somehow we end up getting both, I'm going to be extremely, extremely happy. Vancouver may get, so here's where everything ends up showing. Vancouver might get Vernhoff with their 6th, Preston with their 8th. So we're going to pick McKenna. And now everything ends up changing. So, Anaheim is rumored to get Mickey Burchild. Where is he? Please do. Please do. Let's see if there's any... They got Burchild. So we can get Rubric as well. What is going on here? We will take both top 2 guys. Vernhoff would be the only other one. How good is Vernhoff? His offensive looks very good. I can't not take Rubric. So we get technically 2 left wingers in here. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you got to go with the best player available. Rubric's also a winger as well. I guess our left wing is definitely taken care of. And Colorado may be interesting to trade up for this pick. And then Chicago's most likely getting Bjork with their next pick as well. Preston at 7-0 for all. And we'll just end up seeing if Vernhoff is... Oh, Vernhoff is going to go 4 to Chicago probably. We'll just end up picking Tillhuman and see what ends up happening there. So Adam Nemec is the next one, and then Villeneuve as well. Villeneuve seems more for us, I would say. I played with him before. He is a rushing defense, and we do probably need a left D for sure. Nemec is a left winger. We do not need any more left wingers. I know I'm contradicting myself by saying getting the best player available. And then Chase Reed. Yeah, I think we're going to go left D here. Most likely. Maybe center. Yeah, we're going to go left D. He doesn't have any face-offs anyways, really. So we're going to go Villeneuve. Yeah, we're going to go Villeneuve. So Stenberg ended up going right before Ruck as well. Preston was another one that we're looking at. Vernhoff ended up going at 4. So New York may be interested to trade up for this pick. I don't know if that was this one. And then Detroit's looking for Chase Reed. So we get another pick when we get Nemec. We could get Rudolph as well. Aram Olsen I got in last year's game as well. Let's just look who people want. So they end up trading it. So I don't know how the trades end up working really here. Yeah, they're just not going to let you. I'm not exactly sure. I could try and trade, but I'm okay with that. We end up getting Villeneuve anyways, and then Reed ends up going next. We do need a center, so we're going to have to kind of look at certain parameters there as well. Faceoffs is definitely one of the top ones. He doesn't seem like he's going to be much of anything. 19 is a bit too old. Lynn looks okay. Only 1 star though. He is with the WHL. He's a team player, and we'll look at their scouting. I usually neglect this and I just do the eye test. Isn't quite good enough to be regular in this league. Our current player is playing style most similar to Lynn. Okay, he doesn't fade if you use him frequently. Weakest part of his game is goal scoring, and injury prone like everyone else in this game. So, Ryan Lynn is who they want at 13. I don't want Ryan Lynn. Nemec, yeah, we can't get another left winger. Rudolph seems like he's the top guy here. He's a playmaking defender. He is right D though. That does concern me because we are pretty loaded up at right D. Tremblay looks pretty good. Balance is good. He is 19 though. I know that's not necessarily like a big deal. Fyodorov is also one of those guys I end up getting as well. You know what? We're going to go right D here. We're going to go Rudolph. 6'2". I mean, who knows what ends up happening with us as well. So Bonninger looks like it's the next pick. And let's just go next pick, see what ends up happening. Calgary's reported maybe willing to trade for the right package. So obviously we don't need any left wingers. Do next pick again. I don't know when our next pick is. It'd be nice if you end up having kind of like the draft feel there, and then kind of see at least right here what's happening, or maybe even make this rumors kind of up here or something, and then kind of see who's going to be the next one. I prefer that, or kind of scroll a little bit and be able to see who the next picks are. So we'll end up jumping until pick until human. Please don't tell me I did the whole thing. Oh, so we end up getting an offer. We can move down 2 spots and get a 3rd pick next year. Or 3rd this year, sorry. 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, I will accept it. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll pick 2 picks later. So that's 1. So who do they end up getting? They got Aram Olsen. I mean, we probably were going to grab him too. And I think now we end up getting to pick as well. But it was nice to see that there's a trade offer. I do like that. That is probably one of my favorite things that end up happening just in this game. Tremblay we're going to end up having to get. We don't need another right D, but he seems like he's the best pick there. Yeah, right D, right there. I'll take that. We still get another pick later. So now it's in the 2nd round. So I don't know if this is our early or late one. So Sire Mays, faceoffs not great. Thompson looks good. Yes, we will get Thompson. How did that guy drop? How did I not see him before? Puck handling here, so perimeter shooter, we probably don't need him. Counterattacking is very good though as well. I mean, his stats look pretty good before he even ends up playing. He was projected to go 28th overall. Scouting. He has the hockey smarts, the weakest part of his physical game, and he's injury prone as well. They might as well just take that off. So Thompson looks good. I like speed. I like speed more than anything. He is a center that doesn't have face-offs though. I mean, you can always improve that too. He's supposed to go 85. I know I don't like to... I'm terrible for that. I'm terrible for allowing that to dictate it. Goldwyn looks good, though. He already has a lot of the intangibles there. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to go with Thompson. Thompson's already a 2-star. They're both the same age, so there's no factor in that. He's 6'1", and he weighs a bit more. I'm going to go Thompson. Gojuin's going to go right after. Just watch. Gojuin, let's see if you're still there. Oh my god, we are going to take you now. That is fantastic. I'm not even going to look at any other player. Actually, I am. Carmes, we don't need. We don't need him as much. 6'4". Mays is 6'4". That seems like a definite Boston Bruin. I'm going to have to go with the gut that I didn't do before. This guy looks pretty good too. Ollie Chenier. 71. He's projected to go 122. All right, we're going to go Gojuin. And hopefully we end up picking right here. Pick until human here. And we're still in the 3rd round. Seattle and Chicago end up sharing their picks as well. So I do like that if you're kind of going next pick and you don't have as many picks, that's probably what I would do. Philip Veilleux. We don't need another center. And his defensive rating looks terrible. So we're not even going to gamble on that one. Let's look at a current ability. 20-year-old, I don't want to do that. Yeah, Mays could be one of those guys, but Chenier, yeah, we're going to go with him. Chenier, McFadden, maybe we'll look at him first. Yeah, no, we'll go Chenier. Cheniers. Definitely butchering his name. And then pick until human. Chris Farrow would be one of those guys that we get. He is still there. Again, we don't need another. Oh, passing's very good. I mean, the fact that he has one teal already. He has 20, though. You know what? I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to take a gamble on the 20-year-old. And we just got to see what ends up happening. So, Veilleux, I mean, what were you projected? 25. I'll grab you with our 4th. That sounds realistic. Show rumors, show trades. Okay, yeah, see, this would be good if you could end up showing your picks. Yeah, because I want to see how many picks I have left. That's what it was before. I don't like change. Pick until human, so we don't even know how many picks we end up having left. I'm assuming a lot, though. So Mays we can get now. We don't need him, but he is big. And who knows? A lot of these guys are just flyers now. They're just going to end up having to take a chance. Richmond, sure. No defensive rating, but who knows? Like I said, I like to do the eye test more than anything, and then kind of trust that the scouts know at least a little bit of what's going on. I can kind of gauge a little bit. See, amazing. Amazing. He is 20, though. I do like the offensive output, though. 36 points in 49 games. See, that tells me something. That tells me that I really want the guy. But he is 20, so he'd probably have to sign. I'm pretty sure I got Jack Broughty at some point as well. Now, since most of them are 3 stars, we'll end up going back to current abilities. So 19, Brown, I don't need him. Right wing, Campbell, Ross Campbell looks pretty good. He is 20 as well. I'm not a fan of drafting 20-year-olds. I don't think that. I think when you have the option of having 18-year-olds as well, it just seems like it makes more sense. Here, we'll go Jordan Gavin. Jordan Gavin looks pretty good. And I feel as though every time the first round is always like the first draft that you end up having is usually pretty loaded with talent, and I think a lot of sleepers as well. So let's see what the scout would suggest. Craig. That's who they suggest, seriously. Okay, my scouts are terrible, and I'm just realizing this now. Risky suggestion would be, yeah, done. We're going to go with the risky one. 20-year-old Gavin Hodnett. Sure. Let's just, yeah, we're going to do that. I mean, he's 20. He should already be at least half a star ahead of everyone else. Now, Lacombe, that guy looks good too. We're just going to go straight risky for the rest of it. Shylov is there as well. We should have probably gone Hughes. Shooting range is pretty good. Holy Cross Crusaders. I've never heard of them. We are currently in the 7th round, so I don't think we have another pick. Yeah, it looks like it's probably the whole draft. No, we do get one more. It looks like. No, it's not, so we can't. We can maybe sign one of these players. Let's sign one now. Let's just... Testa. No, we're not going to go with you. Let's go with whatever player has the best ability. Mitzelmacher, he seems very average. Right wing. I like the weird beard. Brown Jesslop. We'll go Jesslop. Let's sign him. Sure. We'll sign him. He can at least start in our AHL. We do need players, so this isn't too crazy. And then, who knows? Maybe one of these players actually does something. Temperament's good. Determination is all right. We'll go with Brown. At least we might end up signing at least one of these players to our roster as well, like one of the players that we drafted early on. Grady Martin's injured, so that won't help us. His determination's high, though. You know what? We'll offer you a contract. Contracts for everyone. Now we just need a defender. I'm only doing this because we need to fill up the roster. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't. I don't... it doesn't show how many players we actually have. So defense, lefty, Broughty. Oopsie. We'll offer you a contract. And at least everyone gets paid. So we'll end up jumping to the player training program. We'll kind of take a little bit of a glimpse at that, see what we can do, and then we might end up signing some of these players after we look at our depth chart. I'm curious to see if they say who won and who didn't. So, draft review. And obviously, we had the best draft ever. So, the fact that we got 2 of the top 3 is insane. We didn't... Yeah, they didn't say that we got the best draft. That is insane. How would you not get the top? Okay, wild. Okay, we might sign him. We might sign him. He's probably going to sign with us because nobody's going to go for any of these undrafted players. And then the top player next year is Landon Dupont and a left winger, a center, and then a right lefty. Brock Crisp would be good if we could get him, and then Anne Bouchard as well could be one of those players. So we'll end up looking at that at a later date, obviously. Let's look at the depth chart. So Gavin McKenna is good enough to start for us. So we will offer him a contract. And he's slotted as left wing. Rubrick's not good enough, so we'll leave him there. There's no point in us bumping him up when he's just going to end up playing bottom line minutes. But the fact that we can end up getting McKenna here, if I can even part ways with Lindholm, just so Hoggins comes up, that is an insane top line. Second line is here as well. Caleb Denoyer could end up coming up next year. I don't think this team's going to be as bad as what it looks like. So we only got 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, and a 7th next year. And then the year after, we have a 6th and a 7th. So pretty bad for the future there. So we're just kind of hoping that we can jump straight into it. The fact that we end up having Roger McQueen on the bottom, so even that's not too bad. Ryan Lundberg, obviously, I don't want him starting at the top. But his stats look pretty good. He's actually probably a decent pairing there. Yeah, Rubrick's going to end up sitting 1 season. We'll see what he ends up doing. We'll draft it. We'll bring him up at 19, but... it's going to be a fight for the Calder here between Hoggins, McKenna, and Who's the other one? Oh, and McQueen, but I think they all kind of play just a little bit different. So this team is already starting to shape up just a little bit. We'll do the training program, and we'll end up doing everything with that, and we'll kind of see what the progress ends up happening in next episode. So we'll end up doing that all off camera. You kind of saw a little bit of what we end up doing before. We'll see what we can do in terms of these contracts, and we'll see what this team ends up looking like at the beginning of next season. But the fact that we end up having, like, we're looking really good here. I think even we managed to get a top of the prospect rating. We have the top 3 prospects in the league, and we have a couple tops. We have top 7 as well. So we have 4 of the top 10 prospects, and then even, yeah, we still have a ton here. Daxon Rudolph. How do we end up? Is this one of the guys that we just drafted? Yeah, we ended up getting him at 12. So even Daxon Rudolph, even he's one of the top prospects in terms of defensemen. So I like that. And Gojuin is top 72. Yeah, he looks pretty good. So we look like we're in good shape. I think system rankings, we have to be at the top. 1, 2, 3, 7, and 29. I mean, we went from all the way at the bottom to like 23 to within a season being the top. I mean, I will take that every day of the week. So everything's looking pretty healthy. I like the way that things are going. I do think that we end up making a little bit of improvement this year, but I'm much more focused on seeing how we can develop these prospects. And it does look like it's almost an instant rebuild right off the bat. I think probably still one more season, but I think we're definitely in the right direction. Musty looks like he could be even like a bottom 6 forward as well. I'm very excited to see what ends up happening with this team. But thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you for watching. Until next time.